What's up, guys? Chris Kennedy again. I had somebody ask me to talk to you guys about the finances, what to expect financially if you go take a traincation, a little training vacation to Thailand. So I posted, I think about a week or two ago, about. So I live in Utah, USA. How much that costs to do a little homeless ninja trip if I'm traveling somewhere fairly close by, California, Arizona. But somebody asked, what about traveling overseas, specifically to Thailand? So I've never gone and trained anywhere overseas except for Southeast Asia. So I wouldn't know about other parts of the world. But if you are going to Thailand, you're going to want to have about $2,000 saved up. And that should be enough to keep you safe and to keep you, to have plenty of extra spending money as well. So that's the short answer. So a few more details for you if you want to keep listening. One, the main thing you're going to spend money on is the plane ticket. So if I fly out of Utah, it's usually going to cost between $1,000 and $1,500 for a round trip from Salt Lake to Bangkok. If you live in a place that's closer to, if you live somewhere with a better, more popular, bigger international airport like LA or Dallas or Newark, it's going to cost less. So I have been searching plane tickets before, and flying out of Salt Lake will be like $300 or $400 more than flying out of LA, for example. So a lot of it depends on your location. But regardless of where you're at, I would say, and also it depends on what time of the year you're traveling. If you're going to travel to Southeast Asia in the summertime in the USA, that is, it's going to be a lot cheaper. If you go during the winter time, that's when everybody wants to get out of the US, especially here in Utah, where there's a freaking ton of snow and it gets super cold. It's going to be a lot more expensive traveling to Southeast Asia. So it'll depend on the time of the year, and it'll depend on where you're flying out from. But from Utah, usually like $1,000 to $1,500 for a round trip ticket. But I have seen tickets as cheap as $600 out of LA. That was that one. So I don't know. We'll say anywhere between $600 and $1,500 to get a round trip ticket. So I know that's super broad. You're just going to have to, wherever you are, you're just going to have to jump on Google Flights and take a look. Just take a look at what the prices look like to figure out what that is for your area. After that, once you get to Thailand, it's super cheap. You can train and live for super cheap. Now the gyms there, they will rip off foreigners. A mediocre Muay Thai gym in Thailand is going to charge twice as much as a great MMA gym in the US. So let's say you're paying like $150 a month at a pretty good MMA gym here in the US. And that should be a pretty darn good MMA gym, paying $150 a month. Go to Thailand, they're going to charge you $150 a week. They'll do all they can to get money from you. And if you stay for 2, 3, 4 weeks, they usually charge you a little bit less and start cutting the price down. But they will try to charge you a bunch. So let's say you're going to choose one gym in Thailand to train at. If you're going to choose 4 different gyms to train at, and you're going to jump around, train in a different city every single week, expect to spend $400 to $600 on just training. But if you just show up at one gym and you just want to train at that one gym the whole time, they will usually have some sort of package deal. This goes on all over the place in Thailand. Not so much in other parts of Southeast Asia, but all over Thailand you'll find places, and a lot of them really close to a beach, where you can pay for training, food, and lodging for the same price, and you'll end up spending like $300 for a month. So you can get a pretty good deal if you decide to go to one gym for an entire month in Thailand. So that would be my recommendation. But if you want to see more of Thailand and you want to travel around, obviously you're going to have to plan on spending more money, not just because of the gyms, but also because of traveling and stuff. Next, you're going to want to go to Bangkok. There's several airports in Thailand. You want to travel to Bangkok, regardless of where you're going. regardless of where you're going in Southeast Asia, unless you're going to Singapore or Malaysia. But if you're going to Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, anywhere in Thailand, you want to fly to Bangkok. And the reason is Bangkok, you can get night buses for super cheap. I'm talking like $20 cheap. So I went and lived in Krabi for a while. I flew to Bangkok, and then I got a night bus for like $20 to go down to Krabi. So, whereas if I had just flown straight to Krabi or flown straight to Phuket, it would have cost me an extra $300 more on the plane ticket or $200 more. So, go to Bangkok and just plan on flying in and out of Bangkok, regardless of where you're going. Now, I've taken 3 trips to Southeast Asia. My first trip was about 2 months. My second trip was 8 months, maybe a little closer to 7 months. And my most recent trip was about 4 weeks. If you are planning on only going for about 1 month, plan to have about $500 with you, and that should cover everything. That should cover not just your training, but that should cover your lodging and transportation, and getting regular massages and the food. You could go out to eat every day and get a massage every day, and go train Muay Thai twice a day, and live comfortably with just $500 a month, very comfortably. So, yeah, I would say have about $2,000 just to err on the side of caution. If you have a little bit less than that, you'll probably still be fine. But, my final answer would just be hop on Google Flights, see how much a plane ticket costs flying out of your city. Add $500 to that, and that's pretty much you're pretty much going to be safe to traveling to Thailand. So hopefully that answered your question. If you have any more, please ask away, and I will talk to you later. Peace.